through the G. Well, he wants it to be big G, but it ain't gonna be. But anyway, you guys, um, basically, make a long story short, I want to show you how everything in this world interconnects. Okay, and I want you to know that behind every organization, there are some heads that make the decisions. And then those heads have to take the paperwork that they do, they have to take it somewhere to another group of folks to get it approved. You understand what I'm saying? Everything goes back to the government powers and government bodies. Because nothing can really be set in motion and in order without these folks' approval. I want you to know that however these systems right here are set up, that the documents were already established for this entire system, written by these folks right here. So that's the reason why it's difficult to break the chain and make a change. Break the chain and make a change. Break the chain and make a change. Because everybody's interconnected. And it all stems around finances, money, power, control. Okay? Whoever controls the pay rate, with and minimum wages and so forth, pretty much sets the theme and the tone for everybody else in this force. Whoever controls the pay rate. Whoever says, well, this group can make this amount of money, and that group can make that amount of money, da da da. It all boils back to who sets the rules and regulations for this world. So whoever sets the pay rate can change the pay rate. Can I talk about it? Whoever sets minimum wage can change minimum wage, can raise minimum wage. Whoever allows this group to set housing costs and the cost of apartments and all of that can tell them, bring it down. Because see, it makes no sense to raise the pay rate and then the housing cost goes up to defeat the raising of the pay rate. And see, that's how it is when people are living in, where do I have that at? Public housing. Whenever your income goes up, the cost of the rent in public housing goes up. See, that's to keep you down. Because if you go up, they go up, you go up, they go up, how will you ever get on top? How will you ever exceed? You understand what I'm saying? How will you ever exceed? This is what I'm trying to say, you guys. If a person, right, let's say this person got a raise, okay? So the money that they've been paying for public housing, let's just say they say, well, whatever's left over, I'll save that, and then maybe I can move to a better neighborhood. Maybe I can move buy my own house. Well, if they get a raise, and then they have to report it to public housing, and public housing says, well, I'm going to raise your rent because they raised your pay rate, that person ain't got no money left over to do nothing with. And it keeps them trapped in a system of poverty. And I'm not saying everybody in public housing is in poverty, no. It's just that the cost of rent is so high that a lot of people have to go to public housing to live in establishments that were built out of their own tax dollars. See, it is your tax dollars that funds all of this. You understand? Believe it or not. At least, well, it's not all of it, Lord forgive me, it's not all of it. This system cannot operate without the taxpayers. That's what I'm talking about. Because the taxpayers are the consumers of this world. You understand? And so, the taxpayers are who pays, why these folks got money. And why these folks live in mansions. And why these folks eat caviar and go on vacations and trips and stuff like that. And why these folks take money and fund it to a space research funding center, and we've got people out here living on the streets in America. Can I talk about it? Can I talk about it? Now, let me see. Yeah, I'm not being as eloquent with this as I would like to be, you guys, because I'm rushing, but I'm watching my camera too. But there's a group behind denying housing and employment to who the Matrix labels as felons. Now, what is a felon? A felon is somebody that has been considered committing a serious crime. Okay? Now, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. He that is without sin cast the first stone. How can somebody try to hold this man or this woman down for committing a felon or any other type of crime within the matrix, but don't convict yourself for taking a whole country? My God, wait a minute. Because that's theft, siege, living on a land and running a land that don't belong to you, but want to hold down somebody born in the land because they did something wrong. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody God. That's why you can't point the finger at nobody without having three pointing back at yourself. My God. I'm talking to somebody. I know what I'm talking about. Now, right here I have this person is holding a document because somebody signs off to set up the rules to deny people that the matrix has called felons housing and employment. So somebody signs off so that when that person goes to try to get a job, they are denied a job. But yet and still, discrimination is supposed to be reported in the workplace. Legal discrimination in the workplaces. Signing off on something to prevent somebody from getting a job just because they went into a prison system, which is all about money. That's why I got dollar signs drawn around these folks. That's